SA Premier Soccer League, established in 1996, is the benchmark for top local players. SuperSport United have won the league title 3 times in a row and are the 2009-2010 league champions. Today we meet one of the players, Kermit Erasmus.
Kermit, tell me a bit about yourself and where did your passion for soccer start?
My passion started for soccer when I was 6 years old. I was playing in the backyard at the house, kicking the ball against the garage door. And it frustrated my dad and made him really angry, so he decided to put me in a team called Manning Rangers. And then I started playing for them. And then we moved to an area where he grew up. And I started playing for the team he played for, called Park United. And I've been playing soccer ever since.
And how did you end up with Team SuperSport United?
There was an inter-regional tournament under 12 in Cape Town in 2002. And I was representing the Eastern Province. And there was SuperSport scouts there scouting players, young talent, and I was one of them.
21-year-old Kermit kicks off the mark and has an eye for a goal, qualities of a world-class striker. A disciplined lifestyle is key to his success.
Take us through a day in the life of a professional soccer player like yourself.
I wake up at 6:30 to get ready for training, to leave at 7 o'clock. I have a supplement shake in the place of my breakfast because I don't really eat breakfast in the morning. And then we start at 8 o'clock. We have training, jump before training, and then we have normal training on the field. And normally when you train twice, I just go home after the first training, have a shake for recovery, and be back here at 2:30 for training for the second training in the afternoon. And then I'm home again, have another recovery shake, and then have dinner and have an early night.
Man, that sounds hectic. Now, what are some of those products that you use?
Well, Recovery Max is a product that helps you recover after you've trained, you know, with stiff muscles or any niggly feelings you have in your muscles. And that's really helpful for every athlete, you know.
As a dynamic high-speed game where physical contact occurs both incidentally and deliberately, soccer creates many circumstances where minor injury may result. Jackie McCord, the team's dedicated physio, is on hand to advise.
Now, Jackie, Kermit's got a bit of a hamstring niggle. Tell me about the process of recovery from here on in.
Kermit's hamstring is not torn. So what we do is we see there's a warning sign of a very tight hamstring on the one leg. So what we do with him, we take him through a process of water therapy, some gym strengthening, and until we can see he's pain-free as when he jogs. And then we'll put him back in the squad with full training.
Tell me about some of the techniques you use for recovery.
What we do is we do ice bath, massaging and physiotherapy, and make sure he eats properly and takes all his necessary supplements as well.
What exactly does an ice bath do? How does that work?
In Kermit's case, we would do it more of a contrast bath. So we put him in the ice water, which is more a cold water, and then send him into a hot shower, which then helps to increase the blood flow in the area and then really speeds up the recovery. The body is able to do its own recovery process far better.
Athletes follow the Rice principles to recover: rest, ice, compression and elevation. Not allowing enough time to recover could lead to re-injury, a lack of performance and even chronic conditions.
These guys train a lot, they travel a lot, it's tournaments. Recovery, or the ability to recover quickly, is obviously very important. And Kermit spoke about the product Recover Max. What is your take on that?
I like the product as an addition to all the supplements we're using because it just adds a little bit of extra in their recovery process. It's just getting rid of waste products in the body and boosting it with additional nutrients and vitamins and that type of thing, which helps. And Recovery Max seems to work, and it's palatable. It's a very nice drinking product.
In your professional and also personal opinion, do you think that soccer players, professional soccer players like Kermit, can reach this level without the aid of supplementation?
I really do believe that in our case it has played a part, because we've done very well in the past 3 seasons. Last season not as well, but still in the top league in South Africa. And I think if it wasn't for USN, we might have more difficulty in reaching the levels that we did reach.
Is it at all possible for them to get the right nutrition with their hectic schedules?
It's very tough on them, because especially for a guy like him, he's not married, he doesn't have anybody cooking for him, he doesn't have much time. So to actually go home, cook, prepare the meals, it's a challenge.
For these professional athletes, it's not just a case of work more, eat more. In order to keep their bodies in optimal shape for soccer, players need to hit 2 important points with their diet: high energy and healthy nutrients. Quality nutritional supplements like USN make lighter work of this challenge.
Now, Kermit, you're obviously a very busy guy in terms of training all the time. You have tournaments, you must have a social life as well. How do you keep the balance between all of this?
Well, you know, when season starts, it's really hectic because you play week in, week out, and you got to stay focused on every game and concentrate on being in the team every week. So it's quite difficult, but you've got to make time for yourself as well. And when you have a free day or so, just get your mind off football and just do something else with your friends and your family.
Tune in again tomorrow as we meet more of the players from this team nicknamed the Swanky Boys. They take us step by step through the mental and physical preparation for game day. All fitness and sport fans are invited to join the USN SA page on Facebook for tips, updates and inspiration.